Hey, this is Devin from Next Level Fitness, and on this video I'm going to show you the proper ways to cook a meal, as far as having 3 elements, as far as your carb, your protein, and your vegetables. So far as this video, I'm going to prepare baked chicken, either brown rice, which would be your carb, which would be better than your white rice, and a green, which would be some type of vegetable. So I'm going to show you from the top, me cleaning the chicken, me baking it, and just preparing the entire meal. Okay, this is for those people who really don't know how to cook or prepare these meals. So I'm going to show you, I've pretty much cleaned all the chicken except for one, so I'm going to show you how to prepare this chicken breast. Okay, so we're going to start right here. So you want to make sure you get all of that slime and all that other stuff off. So I'm scraping it off, okay, all that fat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the sides, which is cutting the fat off. Okay. Cutting all that fat. Okay, slide that out. Okay. Make sure this is sitting out. Make sure it's not frozen. Okay. So you can put it in the refrigerator or cook it right after you get home from shopping, wherever you shop at. Okay. Make sure all that slime and the fat is off. Okay. The rest of this bit off. Make sure you get all that fat under. Doesn't have to be like totally sparkling clean, but try to get a lot of it off. Okay, that's how we're gonna try to get it right here. Okay, I'm gonna rinse it off. Okay, put it right here, which I have the other chicken breast already prepared. The reason why I wash my hands in between, so I don't spread any type of salmonella or any germs and stuff like that when I touch the other products that I'm going to use. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this oil over, this olive oil. Okay. I'm going to put this over. Just a little bit of that. Okay. Now, you can pretty much choose whatever seasoning you want to use. I'm going to use this Goya seasoning, and I'm going to use this complete seasoning. Okay. So I'm going to mix this up with that oil so all that seasoning will stick. Okay. I'm going to spread this over. Make sure it's pretty much covered. Okay. Spread this total complete seasoning that over. Okay. I'm going to mix that up. Now, if it's not fully covered like you want, you can put a little more seasoning on there. Don't pretty much overdo it. These seasonings are not too salty, so you won't have the high range of sodium. Okay. So I have those covered up. That's what it's going to look like. Okay. So we're going to slide over here. We're going to put them in this pan. This is a 9 by 13 pan. Now usually I'll cook maybe 6 to 8 chicken breasts at one time. I save some for later. When you do prepare these meals, you want to prepare large meals. As far as eating right, the first thing you want to do is preparation. That is really key. If you come home and the meal is already prepared, there's no reason for you to go home or go out and get fast food. There's fast food in your refrigerator because it's already prepared. So I cook large amounts or portions at one time. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I've already sprayed this. I'm going to put it right here. Just add that in. Okay. Now, since I've already sprayed it, what I want to do is to keep the moisture within the chicken. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in here at the bottom, just to cover the pan. Just a little bit of water in the bottom. Okay. Make sure it's on both sides, just to cover that pan. Okay. I might put a little bit more seasoning on there. Okay. Alright, so I've already put the oven at 350 degrees. I'm going to slide this in there. I'm going to cook it for about 45 minutes. Okay. I'm going to slide it on that close to the bottom pan or rack. I'm going to close that. I'm going to let it cook for 45 minutes. Okay, now with this, I have boiling water already ready for my rice. Now I'm going to use this Success rice, which me and my girlfriend found is probably the healthiest rice so far that we found, and it's already in a bag. You're only going to cook it for 10 minutes. So this is about one quart of water. So I'm going to let that boil for about just 10 minutes. Okay. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to get some salt. This is a natural sea salt. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, just to give it some taste. You don't want it to be plain. Put that in the bottom. Come check this out. Put that in the bottom. Just dab it in there. Let it cook for about 10 minutes. And we're going to check on it 10 minutes later. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, not of your choice, you can either do whatever type of gravy you want to do. Usually I do string beans. How I cook the string beans, I'll put it in a pot, put half of an onion in, a little bit of olive oil, and I'll let that sit and marinate for about 20 minutes on low. But today, we've already had string beans, so today I'm going to cook these turnip greens, these glory greens. I've checked the back. The labels aren't too bad. It has about 560 milligrams of sodium, which is 23% of a 2,000 calorie diet. So it's not that bad as far as per serving, which is half a cup. So I'm just going to cook these because I like these greens. So I'm just going to clean this top off. Okay. We're going to have these greens, y'all. Alright, so we're going to slide in here. Pop that open. Slide that right on in here. Check that out, check that out, check that out. Okay, so I'm going to cook these greens. We're going to put this on the back. We're going to put it on 5, and we're going to let that sit. Okay, so we're going to let that sit. I'm going to come back about 45 minutes later, and we're going to check on the food. All right. All right, people, we're back. I left it in for an extra 5 minutes because when I checked it, it didn't look cooked thoroughly. So I left it in an extra 5 minutes. So in all, I cooked it for 50 minutes. So I'm going to take it out. That's how it's going to look. It's going to have that water in there to keep the moisture in between. I'm going to show you. So that's what we got. all that moisture in between. I got the greens right here. I let those simmer for about 20 minutes. Okay, I got the rice. I got the rice right here. And that's it. That is the meal. So we got baked chicken breast, turnip greens, and the brown rice. So we're gonna put those together. Half of this chicken breast is 4 ounces. Okay, 8 ounces is an entire cup. So most likely the entire chicken breast will be 8 ounces or more. If you have a scale, then you can measure it, but cut it in half and use 4 ounces, excuse me, 4 ounces. As far as the green, use a cup. As far as if you got a big spoon, do 1 spoonful, and for the rice you do the same. And those are your portions. So subscribe, contact me, email me on NextLevelFitnessPT@gmail.com if you have any questions. Like my Facebook page, and remember, get right, keep it tight.